They say professional athletes are supposed to be robots. Ignore the noise, play the game, and collect the check. But every once in a while, a fan says something so toxic that the professional just disappears and the human being has to take over. Today, we're looking at 4 times the trash talk went way too far and the players delivered a manual response. From kung fu kicks to climbing over stadium seats, here are the moments the red mist officially took over. Starting with arguably the most shocking moment in Premier League history, I've covered this before, but I have to bring it up again. The Eric Cantona Kung Fu Kick. It was January 25th, 1995 at Selhurst Park. The game was already physical, and after being goaded all night, Cantona snapped, kicked a Palace defender, and saw a red card. As he was being escorted towards the tunnel, 21-year-old fan Matthew Simmons ran down 11 rows of seats to the front of the stands to unload on him. Now, you gotta remember who Cantona was. A man so volatile that he briefly retired at 25 because he was disgusted with the French Football Federation. Simmons claims he just yelled, "You go off, Cantona, it's an early bath for you." But witnesses and Cantona himself claim it was a barrage of xenophobic slurs and insults towards his mother. Cantona didn't wait for a second opinion. He launched himself over the boards, feet first into Simmons' chest, followed by a flurry of punches. Cantona was actually sentenced to 2 weeks in prison after this, but it was later reduced to just 120 hours of community service. His only regret? He famously said, "My best moment? I have a lot of good moments, but the one I prefer is when I kick the hooligan." While Cantona responded to personal insults, Eric Dier was responding to a threat against his family. In March 2020, Tottenham crashed out of the FA Cup to Norwich in a penalty shootout. As the players trudged off, the West Stand, which is usually a premium, quiet section, turned super toxic. Eric Dier's younger brother, Patrick, was in the stands, and he stepped in to defend his older brother from a fan's heavy verbal abuse. A scuffle broke out, and when Eric saw his own blood in danger, he did not just jump one board. He zoomed over all the railings and plowed through 20 rows of seats, shouting, "That's my brother!" Thankfully, no punches were thrown once the fans saw a 6'2" pro athlete charging at him like a heat-seeking missile. The argument ended pretty quick, but still a pretty heat moment. Jose Mourinho famously backed Eric Dier, saying, "Eric did what a professional cannot do, but what every one of us would do." The FA was not as lenient and slapped him with a 4-match ban and a €40,000 fine. We usually see Jamie Carragher as a hilarious pundit on CBS on the Champions League show, but back in 2002, we saw a glimpse of his dark side. During a heated FA Cup match at Highbury, Arsenal fans were already fuming after seeing 2 of their players sent off super quick. As Carragher prepared for a free kick, a 19-year-old fan hurled a coin from the stands and it hit him. Most players just hand the coin to the ref or just toss it to the side, give a little laugh to the fans. Carragher saw instant red, picked the coin up and smoked it straight back into the crowd. The referee gave him an immediate red, and the police even got involved, giving Carragher a formal warning. While the fan was banned for life, Carragher still had to pay a £40,000 fine and serve a 3-match ban. It's the ultimate, if you're gonna throw it, expect it back. It's one of those fucking around and find out moments. Unlike any other moment in this video, the next karate kick happened before the whistle even blew. Evra was playing for Marseille in a Europa League away match in Portugal. During the warm-up, a group of Marseille's own supporters spent 30 minutes just harassing him, telling him to stop making videos and get out of the club. It eventually escalated into racial abuse. Evra walked over to the boards to talk to the fans, but when the fans scaled the barriers to confront him, Evra channeled his inner Cantona and launched a high left-footed kick at the fan's head. Because it happened before the kickoff, the ref did give Evra a red, but Marseille was still able to start with 11 men. However, the club was so disgusted with him that they suspended him immediately and terminated his contract pretty quickly after. It was a career-ending mind loss that even proved the warm-up is not safe if the trash talk goes too far. It's easy to judge these players from the couches, but when the insults turn personal, especially when family's involved, the line between athlete and human gets real thin, real fast. Who do you think was the most justified? Was it Eric Dier protecting his brother? Or did Cantona set the gold standard? Let me know in the comments and hit that subscribe button. So many of you guys are actually not subscribed that watch my videos, but I appreciate you making it all the way to the end. I'll see you in the next one.